And now news from the National Capital Region, which has once again turned into a gas chamber. Delhi's air quality continued to remain at a severe level as the AQI in several parts of the city breached 400. The toxic haze pushed the national capital into the red zone, making it one of the most polluted cities in the country. Thousands protested at Delhi's India Gate against worsening air pollution, holding masks and placards. Opposition leaders from Aadmi Party and Congress joined the protest, demanding urgent government action to tackle the city's choking smog. India Gate witnessed a nearly 30-minute protest before police began cracking down on the demonstrators and started detaining them. According to CPCB data, the AQI touched 420 at Wazirpur, 418 at Buradi, 411 at Vivek Vihar, 406 at Nehru Nagar, 404 at Alipur and 402 at ITO, all in the severe category. Chief Minister Rekha Gupta has urged the citizens to carpool, use public transport and limit outdoor activity. She's also advised government and private offices to encourage work from home till the air quality improves. Now, the capital's worsening air is being blamed on dropping temperatures, stagnant winds and rising vehicular and industrial emissions, all trapping pollutants close to the ground. But the opposition is attacking the BJP-led Delhi government for its failure to curb the pollution despite big promises made.
High drama right now at India Gate at this point in time, where you see protesters are getting detained. Citizens not affiliated to any political party. But the Delhi police had said that they are going to be detaining the protesters. Take a look at these pictures coming in of the detentions that have started at this point in time, with the buses getting filled up as the protesters are getting taken away by the Delhi police at this point in time. They protested for about 30 odd minutes. Also, a big group of citizens who are now getting detained. Right to breathe, right to correct data on the quality of the air. AQI is what is now being said. The Delhi police has said that they're not going to be allowed to protest, and that's the reason why there's massive chaos and confusion at this point in time. Right now at the India Gate, Mansingh Road, which is of course a main arterial road of central Delhi. And the police has clearly said that this protest was never allowed. Protesters could go ahead to Jantar Mantar, which is in the vicinity, and protest there, but that hadn't happened. We're going to in fact show you more pictures coming in right now of the police. They're detaining the protesters, as you can see in these pictures. The Delhi police here warning the protesters right behind me. I'd like Anil to in fact show you those pictures of the protesters who've gathered. Of course, they belong to various citizens groups, and these protesters have come together as an effort to put the spotlight on the issue of pollution. But the permission by the Delhi police was not given, and they continue to protest right here in the national capital. As you can see these pictures, this is the India Gate area of Delhi, and it's highly protected is what the Delhi police is saying. However, these cries and these protests have been in fact organized and raised by a group of citizens who have now come together, saying that this is an issue that needs much importance, and this time around the government seems to be brushing the problem under the carpet, and that's what the problem really is. However, warnings continue to come in from the Delhi police at this point in time, and there is a possibility of them getting detained as well, because this protest here and the gathering of more than 5 people has not been allowed. Behind me is the Delhi police, in fact, who are issuing warnings to these citizens, asking them to disperse immediately and protest in Jantar Mantar if they wish to. But right here, the protests continue, and the numbers are only swelling up at this point in time. Independent AQI monitors, we've also been looking and reporting from ground zero. Obviously, the air situation is very bad as what is being projected. Allegations that AQI data has been fudged, and right now protesters are not being allowed to gather here at this point in time. What do you have to say about the way the situation has been handled? The BJP, of course, goes on to say that this is a problem that is being created over a period of years. You know, this is not this year's problem.
So, I think pollution has been a problem of Delhi and northern India. There is no denial to this fact. But you did not see these intellectuals coming down on the road before this. Why? Because today there is a trust deficit between the citizens and the government. And that trust deficit has been created by the government. They are openly fudging data. Whenever there is a peak, they stop taking data from the AQI centers.
I want to ask you, how important is the messaging from the top political leadership in the country? Because people aren't wearing masks. Life is just like going around as normal, going about as normal.
So the top leadership of this country doesn't want to talk about the pollution. The moment they talk about the mask, they are indirectly talking about pollution. But the leadership is trying to push a fake narrative on the country by saying that we have reduced the AQI, while everybody in the country knows that they are fudging data. On their AQI monitoring stations, they are constantly sprinkling water. So all this AQI business is fudged. And there is so much of fudging that everybody in the city is coughing, everybody is sneezing. You have, eyes which are burning. But the Environment Minister comes every day on the television and says, look, we have reduced AQI.